G'day, mes amis. How are y'all? I'm just going to do a quick look today. It is a rainy, awful day today. We've needed rain, so it's not bad in that sense, but it comes with really high winds, bouts of heavy, heavy rain. It's yeah, it's pretty rough outside. They're, halting flights and things at the moment, so all of a sudden you might hear heavy rain on the roof, or you'll just hear it rain everywhere. So I don't know. I might just do an eye look and then not chat about anything, just put it to music, try something different for a change. Got a quiet morning. I haven't been sleeping well, so if I look a little rough, that's why. Yeah, not been sleeping. I've been working for the past 4 days and not sleeping well, so I'm a little rough. It's a rough day. I'm a bit rough, but I'm gonna play with my makeup, and then I get a haircut today, so that'll be nice as long as the power doesn't go out. So we'll hopefully I'll get a bit of a trim. I have very thin, fine hair, and it doesn't grow terribly fast, and it ends up, doesn't get much longer than just below my shoulders. So I'm gonna take, I don't know, put that much off. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna pay someone. I'm gonna pay a professional to do it for me. I've cut my own hair before. I know that way leads to embarrassment. So, yeah, I'm gonna go get a nice haircut today and maybe just get it up to my shoulders and see what happens. So we'll see how it goes. I might just do an eye look, work with text, see how I get on. So hang around. Oh, what am I going to use today? I got, I've been on the search for red eyeshadows, and I looked at an eyeshadow palette with some good reds in them. And I mean proper reds, because I have been stung before thinking I was buying a red eyeshadow palette, and it turned out to be pink. And the one that I'm just reaching. The one that I got before was Ghost Pepper by BH Cosmetics. And on their website, it looked like a very nice red palette. And I thought, with bits of pink, and I thought, oh, that might be interesting. But nah, it's an all pink and coral palette. I've used it a few times, but I think at the time, and this was a couple of years back, I wanted that red palette, and it just wasn't there. And then, I don't know, I kind of went off. I'm like, I don't like red. I don't want to wear red eyeshadow. Red's not a thing that I want to get into. I think it feels too Halloween. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it wasn't something that I wanted all the time. So I don't mind once in a while, and I've changed my mind on a lot of that now, but I still have this thought that red eyeshadow is just a bit OTT. And I'm challenging that thought now. I'm challenging that idea. So what I did is I was looking online what was available in red eyeshadow, palettes with red eyeshadows. What could I afford? Just reviews that people have had of them. And I've narrowed it down to The Witch is Familiar by Fantasy Cosmetica, the Muerte palette by Melt, and the Dexter palette by Lethal Cosmetics. Now, there was a lot of chat more recently because the Muerte palette was a Halloween palette that was done out, I think, about 5 years ago, judging by the YouTube videos that I've seen, but discontinued. And then somebody else had said, oh, that palette's now discontinued. Well, it's not. I actually went to their website and they reissued it. So I I did order that one. The Witch is Familiar one, $136 for me to buy with, and that included, it was $77 for the palette, but then $59 shipping. So it's really hard to, when I talk about how it's hard to get a lot of these palettes for me because the shipping is the problem. The palettes are a reasonable price. I don't mind paying that, but I'm paying almost the same price in shipping. In fact, I was just looking this morning at a couple of Gourmand Girls palettes, and they had a really nice one with some browns in it. I forget what it was called, but it was on sale. I think it was $39 on the website, but it was $60 shipping. There's no point. There's no point in me ordering that when I have to pay almost twice the cost in shipping to have it. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So the Witch is Familiar one, you know, was going to cost in total $136. That's just for an eyeshadow palette. Then the Dexter palette, now it was on, that one's on pre-order. Like they're gonna reissue that one, and it's on pre-order, and I wouldn't be able to get it until December. So I didn't think I could wait that long. But also, I didn't like the packaging of it. I don't like the weird slatched box and the way it opens up. You know, it's a long palette like that, but it opens this way on a hand. It just looked too weird. And then I watched a couple of reviews, and it was a bit meh. And I thought, oh, it was the best priced of all of them, coming at $113.25. So the palette itself was $95. That's expensive for a palette, but their shipping was only $10. So that was pretty good. So the Muerte palette by Melt was $58 US. $58 US, $25 shipping. For me, that came out to, on the day, looking at about, you know, exchange rates and everything, it was about $125. So that's the one that I ordered, and I finally got it in. And it only has 3 reds. So I'm sure most people know what this one looks like. And, you know, trying not to blind you. So it's got the teals, a couple of blues, and one bright red. Now these are all matte. There's no sparkle red, so I'm still on the hunt for a sparkly red. But these 3, with one bright true red that doesn't go pink, and then a champagne. And I have done a couple of looks using this with other palettes. Yeah, I like the quality. I did the teals yesterday, and I have to, this one here, ooh, did that stain? I had that under here, and it took a long time to get that one washed off, even with an eyeshadow primer. I was a little scared for a bit, because I had to use 3 different sessions of wash to get that out. That was wild. So when I do mention, like, it's really hard for me to figure out how to get palettes, and that, you know, I have to shop around to different places to try and source things and get the best value for me, right? And I think everybody should do that. And I can't order direct from places, you know. I like the Gourmand Girls products, but the shipping was just too much. And then, you know, I'll go to Monolith, and I could order the same thing from Monolith, but that one palette that I wanted was out of stock. So, you know, I can't win. I can't win. So I wanted to play with these today because it's a blue rainy day, and I have a blue rainy mood, and I thought, let's just roll with it. And I did put these are my Azure Blue contact lenses. They're a bit more greeny blue, and you can still see a little bit of my natural color in the middle, which is kind of nice. So I'm just gonna dig in and see how it goes, but I don't know, I'm not especially chatty. She says 10 minutes in of nonstop chat. just realized I had a whole chat about finding a red palette, and then I didn't even think to do a red look because it's a blue day. I'll do a red look next time. I was just having a close look in my magnified mirror, and I don't know if you can see, but that eye primer that I used, can you see? It's gone all like crusty, and it had a couple of crusty spots on the top as well. It's almost like I put Elmer's glue on my face and it's now peeling. That's not good. I'm throwing that away. What was that? That's the E.L.F. one. Not good. I don't like that. Very disappointed. I'm just going to use a little bit of the NYX one on that spot instead. It's like I said, one of these colors really stains, so I need to be really sure that there's a good primer on there so I don't end up with blue stains on my eyes. It's my first time using this blue matte, this bright blue matte, but when I use it on my eye, it comes out almost a blue black, which I wasn't expecting. I was actually really hoping it would come out that more royal blue shades. So having the gray and the blue next to each other, they look almost too similar, which is a disappointment. I wish that blue didn't pull so blue black on me. What is this? I did not have coffee today, and now my face is doing that thing. Look at this. This is what happens when I drink coffee. I end up with this bright flush here, and my chin too. MSG and coffee does this, and I don't know. I haven't had either. I don't even know if it's been there the whole time. I only just noticed. Alright. Mascara. couldn't decide on a lip color, so I just went with a nude. Anyway, that's what it's called. Just a simple nude. Make the eyes be the drama. Nobody cares about anything else. So what do we think? There's no multi-chromes or duochromes. It's just shimmers and mattes. The drama is just in light and dark. There's no real color contrast. They match quite nice with the contact lenses. Just felt a little blue, so I put a blue eye on. So I'm gonna go get my hair cut. So next time you see me, it might be short or shaven. I don't know. We'll see what my mood takes. Hope you're all having a much nicer day without torrential rain and hurricane force winds. And that your moods lift a lot higher as well. Thanks for spending time with me. You have yourselves a lovely day. Thank you. My name's Livy, by the way. I forget to say that very often. And I'll see you next time. Bye.